Yeah.
But if we put the barricades up and I get out there
But you
tomorrow
could go
morning-
right out to the school and talk to them too, can't you?
Well-
Before talking to Belvin? I mean, because you were going to talk to whoever.
Yeah.
I mean, the teacher was talked to before.
Yeah.
But this is a different thing because it's underage, probably.
Well, that,
You can
can
traffic,
still-
you can still talk to the kids,
Oh.
you know. But I guess I was thinking more of a professional courtesy, you know, kind of a thing, but.
It is 2:08 p.m., December 5th, 2012. Neil Tangen and Kathy Tangen are stopping at the police department to report the new identification of the car that almost hit me in the fairgrounds last weekend. And I have a video that was taken with my Kin 2 phone that has 4 videos this morning following the car into the school. And I've got the identification of a Mazda 6, license plate number VUU874. Yes, it is.
hey,
Hi,
this is
how
the
you
guy
doing?
we're looking
Hi.
for.
Everyone's looking for me today. I should hide a little better. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Say this morning I dropped Elizabeth off of school and was on my way back, and she called and asked if I could bring a swimming suit and towel.
Uh-huh.
And so I ran home to get that, and I was going to head back out to the school, and I took this road again, and I was just coming by the post office, and I saw a maroon car going really fast down that gravel past the laundromat. So I was trying to catch up to it, but they were going really fast, and I could see that they took the cut off.
What time was this?
That was right around that 8:15 time frame.
Okay.
And I kind of had a hard time catching up to them. They turned right, and they were going like 70 miles an hour. I couldn't catch up. They were just flying. And I caught up to them kind of around the Minnewaska house because there was a semi in front of them. And they turned into the school, and I got the license plate, and so it was right exact same time.
Okay.
2 boys in there, a light-haired one. It's a Mazda 6,
Okay.
and that's the license plate.
Mazda 6, which would look
Yeah.
similar, and it has the maroon
Yeah.
color.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was about the same color, too, actually.
And this is a correct plate? You went
Yep.
to school and
Yep.
saw it there?
Yep, I
Okay.
followed them right into there, and that's the exact one.
Okay, and a cap in the back window that matched up?
Yep. So,
You know, and last Tuesday when it happened, I was on
Mm-hmm.
my way to court in Wilmer, and she called me, and I did run out down there, you know, and actually, was I home when you got home, and I went through
She
there on
said
my
there
way.
was like about 3 different maroon cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I drove, you know, I can see why she got scared, though, because I went through the fairgrounds, and I could see
See
where
the
she
marks.
went,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
where she went off the road there to miss
Yeah.
them. And I went out, but the only maroon cars I saw were the ones I gave to John.
well,
Did,
and that,
did this one show up then?
I didn't see that,
That
out
wasn't-
there, but I might have missed it, you
Oh,
know.
okay.
see, the list on the other side was the 3 that he thought maybe they were. That was the 3 that he picked out when he looked.
This was the Saturn that we were dealing
Yeah, and then today, this Breeze is part, this Mazda and then there's a blue pickup, and then there's this Breeze, so that's sitting right next to it. So there's a lot of, you know, cars that kind of look somewhat similar, but that's the one that I followed in.
This for sure, though?
Yep.
Okay.
You know, and I generally don't take that road very often, usually stay on the main highway myself, but the other day I think I was going to Benson. And if I'd have been just, you know, a few seconds later, you know, some car comes blasting across that cutoff after I turned by Keeney's daughter there. So I mean, I'm just kind of wondering, why don't they block off that cutoff? I mean, you got two. I was thinking Dave's a good guy to talk to about that.
Come on.
Because it is sort of hazardous.
Well, it's not controlled, but. Is Dave? He's what? Oh, okay. Well, Brenda, maybe they're concerned about the Fairgrounds Road and that little jagged cutoff that goes through there instead of them.
It's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, she almost got hit there a week or so ago, and then I actually seen somebody come blasting through there.
They used that cut across, you mean?
Yeah, and they really moved through there, you know. I mean, they come, you know. So I mean, like Jim said, it's uncontrolled. You know, you got cars.
Yeah, it's not even a road. People aren't supposed to use that.
So maybe the
if
city
there's
council
something
ought
they
to
could-
just barricade it. You know. That'd be one solution.
Yeah.
Stop them doing it.
Or,
Yeah.
is it there for the city to use those piles? Or
The
is it-
city uses the piles, yeah. That's,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if they use that little cut across. I don't think so, because Dave Thurman has complained about that. Because people are actually eroding that area,
That
so.
area through there,
Yeah. I'll mention it to both Daves.
Well, actually, even a do not enter sign. You wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily even have to barricade it. And most
Then
people
you-
would agree.
Well, you know, does that get plowed in the wintertime when the snow comes? I don't recall.
I don't
it being
think it
should
probably
get-
would.
Maybe
We
I
haven't
should
had
just
snow for a while.
see if Dave
Yeah.
Thurman could
I don't know.
come out
Yeah.
and chat. That'd be okay?
Well, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Well, you know, for years, I used to, you know, and then when you told her that there's
Mhm.
tar and it would never work, then I started thinking, you know, you're right, because every spring they gotta
It's so
close it
broke
off.
up there, you lose your tire every spring, and then, I was telling Kathy too, you come around that corner, and it's actually kind of a depressed corner, people slide off of it, you know, so.
Hi.
You want to address that, we're talking behind the fairgrounds here, Kathy's had a couple close calls with people that are making that little
Cut that corner?
Yeah. And like we talked, it's not a controlled intersection, it's not even a road, I would assume.
It's not a road, no, it's a trail in that we use with the piles there.
Yeah, and actually, the people that use it are the ones that are usually driving the fastest too.
I agree with you 100%. I know
So it's hazardous.
we've had you guys, you know, set up and check and
Yeah.
before, and of course, then they don't come by.
Yeah.
But you're right, the ones that are speeding down that road at 40, 50 miles an hour, they're the ones that are usually
Yeah.
cutting that corner, sliding the gravel around, throwing gravel all over.
Yeah.
How about if we just put a barricade on either end of that or something? If the city wants to use it, they just pull it and go in there and
We
just,
can do that.
maybe.
I had thought too about even putting up like the, kind of like a cattle gate, you know, over the roadway, and then they would.
That would be
Be
nice.
like a speed.
If they
bump.
start going around on the grass or whatever, then we'll have to do something different.
Yeah, that's what my next thought would be.
But at that point, yeah, that could be something that could be done. You know,
And actually, you don't need a cattle gate on one side.
yeah,
You
right.
know, I mean, you wouldn't need two.
No
because-
need to,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
You could just do one end.
But Kathy's had the most problem with them coming with.
Which way?
We've run it, she's got a vehicle identified here, but they're going to school.
Yeah.
basically.
Going out that way?
They're going to
Yeah.
school.
And
Front of the laundromat,
They get
around
you
the
as
corner.
or they almost get you as you're coming out.
Yeah, but then she's also got a very high rate of speed as well
Yeah.
after.
No,
that,
I
so-
agree with that. We see a number of them zipping by there. But yeah, we sure can.
Either that or-
For now, anyway, we get a barricade up there. Yeah, and maybe for right now, we just put a barricade on both sides so that if they're coming down that road, they don't
Train
get
'em,
into it.
yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Train them first.
Yeah, they don't get into it and then go. Well,
Yeah.
then we'll go across the grass,
But
but
then
soon we
when,
got a trail.
when the snow comes and it doesn't
We'll
get
plow.
I'm
plowed.
sure
No,
it's not
no,
plowed.
and we can actually make an effort to pile snow up there so
Mhm.
they can't get through there.
Well, they're talking snow Sunday or something.
Yeah, towards the end of this week, it's supposed to be
We
some.
try to bank the Woody's corner there too. As you go around that curve, we try to bank that up right away anyway also because we've had quite a few people come around there going too fast and take out the fence.
Well, I know, years ago, it must have been back in the late 70s, my dad was at guard camp. It was my folks' anniversary, so my mother decided to go out to Minnewaska, so we took my dad for a pickup. There wasn't a four-wheel drive, and we went through there. It was in April, we got stuck.
Oh, yeah.
And then we had to have a tow truck come pull it out.
Yeah.
He was mad.
Yeah.
That would be too.
But yeah, we can do that.
If we do that, and then Kathy, what do you want me to do? Do you want to do a formal complaint on this one, or should we do this thing and then try to get into that area?
Well,
and watch
yeah,
it
I
some
kind
more?
of want some, that one was really bad, that was bad.
Okay, well, Neil would know now. If we make contact with them, then you would sign the complaint.
Yeah, and
then
I
you
mean,
would
obviously
go to
they're
court
doing
with
it again, I mean, they were right in there again doing the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know that you could, and again, Neil would know this, but you would have to be able to, I don't know if you could testify to Tuesday of last week saying, well, it happened at that time as well. But maybe not put it specifically on that vehicle because that would have to be identified like you did today. So
Okay, well,
what
thank
I'll do
you.
is I'll write up the report then of this
Okay.
vehicle and then Dave will put
I'll
barricades
actually,
up.
I'll call the guys and we'll pull them up
Okay.
there today.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Yep.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
So then,
Another thing,
why don't you come in the office for a second?
Well, actually, she's home more than I am. How's the odor been up there, he's wondering?
Haven't noticed it.
good.
The alarm did go off the other night.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
alarm has been more going off
Yeah.
lately, but I
Yeah.
haven't smelled.
That's been a communication thing, because everything is radio.
Oh.
We don't have direct phone lines. So it's a communication thing with the tower and that.
Oh.
Hopefully we're getting that
Yeah,
one.
I haven't smelled it. And
Well,
even walking by it, I
the
haven't
last-
smelled it.
The last one we put in there was an oxidizing type of it's actually a bug. Put the bug in there, that bacteria that
Yeah,
eats the waste.
okay,
And we're hoping that will do it.
good.
Because the readings, we've been monitoring it 3 times a week, just so you know.
Mhm.
And all our readings have been really good. I mean, what you.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it now for
All right.
Well, that's perfect.
quite a
Well,
while.
right track.
We appreciate all the.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, and then still, if you ever do any work, you need to get rid of
Phil,
fill, still
yep.
put.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll call you if we
All
got
right.
some.
To fill
We
what?
may have,
Well, the ravine north of the.
Oh,
we may
driveway.
have, I know, there may be a bunch left over of all that kind of clay, sandy clay fill that we got there. You know, that may be some that we'll eventually try to get rid of, and if that's the case, I'll keep you in mind.
You can put it there.
Could drop a bunch in there.
Okay.
So, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of room.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
All right, yeah.
The vehicle comes back to Doebbert and Doebbert.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well,
What?
So do you want to?
Well, maybe we should,
oh, no.
Her and Belvin are friends. Probably wouldn't hurt to talk to his
It'd be
kid. and
nice
tell
to
him
have
that.
this-
07 Mazda,
Huh?
maroon over maroon. Belvin
Okay.
Doebbert.
Wow.
Belvin Luther, I guess I didn't know he was going to.
What a name.
Yeah, Belvin Luther.
They were
Someone
always,
was thinking with that one.
Yeah, they were.
Wow.
They were pretty active at the church. I was in Sunday school with, you know, him and my brother, Belvin and my brother John graduated
Well, it's
together.
not
And Jan and
Belvin.
I graduated together.
It'd
Be
be
the
his
kids, the
son.
boys.
Yeah.
They're
Well, I know
that
it's
age, aren't
Belvin's
they?
car.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's his son, you know, but.
Well, does that change it up for you at all, or what are you thinking?
Except for, I seen the two get out. Let's see, I'm trying to think of who was.
Would you know
There was
Dick Floyd?
there was, yeah, because there was a blonde and a dark-haired, and I can't remember who was driving for sure, but
Well, would you want Jim to just, I mean, would you be willing just to tell him you got the report and just have a little chat with him?
Yep,
And,
I
or
can
maybe
do
call Belvin and tell
Hey,
him.
Belvin, who's driving that Mazda to school in the mornings? Get some complaints on it going too fast, and
That would probably straighten it out. I mean, that's.
you know,
up to
I don't know, you know probably Belvin as well as
I
I do,
know,
but I
as
think
long
he
as
would
I
have the
remember, you know.
conversation, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
But I'm not swaying it one way or the other. If you want to go out.
well, anyway, I mean,
Well, here's where we're at. We've
I guess
got
what
these
I would like
barricades going
to
up.
ask the kids if they take that way to school. And if, I mean, I don't know if they can admit that, you know, they almost had an accident last week. I mean, because, I mean, they'd know that they don't, because, I mean, their car was rocking like this, back and forth. So
Wow.
they would remember, I'm sure it would scare them if they remember that they had a close call last week.
Well, here's what I could do. I could call Belvin and tell him that this is, we think this is multiple times, you know, last week on Tuesday, and now this morning,
Yeah.
high rate of speed. I could ask the questions, hey, do you know which way your kids, which kids do you have going to school? Which way do they take? Yeah, we've got some complaints in your vehicle identified.
Well, now
You
that,
know.
I mean, I have it on video, and so it's not like a, I mean, it's not anything that has to be rushed.
You have video after the fact.
Well, I mean, I have the video of today following them into the school.
Okay.
I have a video of today, not last
Not-
week.
Not of the actual incident at the
Right.
fairground, so
Yeah,
just
yeah.
identifying the car.
So I just have of today. So.
To you guys, because you would be the one, you know, we could process the report and then we would forward it and charge them with careless, speed.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then you would be the one to go on stand, not me, because we weren't present, you know.
Yeah. Well, can you just call Belvin or whatever and find out, you know, you don't have to tell them where this was, just tell them that it was reported, you know, which way they go, and then get at least some information, and then,
I guess the question would be, I certainly could do that, where do you want to go with it after that?
well, they need to have something done. It was bad last week, you know. I mean,
But there again, you're tying it to last week, and Neil would know that that would be a problem.
Yeah, unless
You know.
admitted.
Yeah.
But how many cases do you win by getting a confession, you know?
If
Well, you can-
guys like you make it tough on us.
You get them for a while, I do, you know?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
to
was
fi-
telling John Callistead in Wilmer, yeah, I said if it wasn't for confessions, you'd have a hard job, you know?
Yeah.
well, to file a complaint, you can file a complaint, and isn't it different than a charge in court? Because you can file complaints that, people file complaints and it doesn't go to court.
Yeah, complaint would be more like, okay, what we would do, and I would be working tomorrow morning, and I would put myself a note to watch that area. The barricades go up tonight. Then I could be in that area, and then if I could make the stop, either I could take enforcement action, or I could do the chewing out, you know, kind of thing, and then talk
Well,
about.
and Gilbert knows that I'm looking in the parking lot. I don't know that he knows what car I'm looking at, but he wouldn't be talking to possible suspect people in the school ahead of time, would he?
No, I don't think so. Why would he?
I don't know.
You know?
Yeah, I suppose it's one thing for you to do an investigation, another thing for charges to get filed, you know, of course, so.
Yeah, if I did an investigation, I'd call Belvin and say, hey, we've got your vehicle identified, who's driving it. Bring them in, they would talk to me or not talk to me. If they didn't talk to me, because Belvin's an attorney, he would say, don't talk to them, then where are you at?
Yeah.
But if we put the barricades up and I get out there
But you
tomorrow
can go
morning-
right out to the school and talk to them too, can't you?
Well-
Before talking to Belvin? I mean, because you were going to talk to whoever,
Yeah.
I mean, the teacher
Well-
was talked to before,
Yeah.
but this is a different thing because it's underage probably.
Well, that,
You can,
You
in
can
traffic,
still-
you can still talk to the kids,
No.
you know. But I guess I was thinking more of a professional courtesy, you know, kind of a thing, but, you know, how would you want it handled, Neil, if this was switched around?
well, if it was one of our kids, I suppose I'd want you to call me, but you know, obviously that's, but I mean,
Well,
on the
I
other
mean,
hand,
it's-
to be honest with you, it depends on, I guess, you know, I mean, if it's a serious situation, sometimes you're gonna have more impact on the kid if it comes down to it. I'm not,
Well, it doesn't really matter that it's Belvin's. I'm just put back a little bit because it just makes it even, you know, more involved. But you know, it shouldn't matter that it's
Well,
his kids.
let's put
really.
let's put it this way, the kids say, I ain't talking to you about that.
Yeah.
Belvin said, I'm not letting my kids
Yep.
talk to you about that. And then you go, okay, then it's back to you. You're the one that saw the incident, you're the one that would
Right.
have to go out there and do the thing, you know.
Yeah. Well, I guess
But if you
it's
look
not
at
going
it-
away, because this was identified from the onset going through there, you know, and I feel really confident that that's who it was last week too, but.
Well, are you saying that you would like Jim to just talk to the kids? And
I mean, maybe I mean, like I said, it's not a rush anymore,
Mhm.
except for the fact of the safety thing, but that's already being taken care of today with the barricades. If you guys would just be
Here's-
sitting out there the rest of this
Yeah.
week and see if you catch them yourself.
well, maybe they'll be in a hurry going home in a half an hour.
Well, you know, for whatever reason, we don't seem to get them going home fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but I
Well,
can
they're
see
probably not
Kathy's
worried.
point. Yeah, trying to get to school before,
Yeah.
what do they have to be out there?
Well, was definitely late today if because it
Yeah.
was 8:15,
So if he's not
8:16.
late tomorrow when I'm working, then it goes to the next
Yeah.
day, and then I'm off, you know,
Yeah.
but we can pass
So are
it
you the
on.
only one that can patrol out there? Can't somebody else?
Well, generally you could have the other officer on, but if we're busy where it's like,
Yeah.
that's not gonna be the
Yeah.
highest priority. But then we don't
So
necessarily
usually
ask a
you'll be
deputy.
working during the day?
One at a time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So we get spread pretty thin through,
Yeah.
through the days, and, but I can make it a point to be out there tomorrow.
Why don't you just wait on it so we can think about it?
Okay.
And like I
And
said.
I'm not saying either that because it's Belvin or anything like that, I'm just going, it's Belvin Doebbert's kids.
Well, it just is
Yeah.
more involved. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just more involved.
Well, we both know Bill.
Yeah.
We all three know Bill. So,
It's not going anywhere. I guess, you know, just so you have that information, you have the ID, and I have this video, and I don't know if you can play it or not, but
Well, the video would be after the fact, unless you got him doing something else as you went to school or followed him out there
yeah.
or something
But I
like
mean,
that.
it's an ID. It's a definite ID that.
Well, you've done more than enough idea
Okay.
here. That's all we would need.
Okay.
But,
Well, why don't we just wait and think about it, and I'm
Hey,
very
why don't
confident
you-
that's who it was.
yeah, why don't you call me tomorrow, sometime after, like, 10 o'clock?
Okay.
And I will make a point, I'll probably go and sit down by the fairgrounds where the cattails are, kind of there, and then just back, and I'll face back that way. And I'll watch for him coming through. Now, if he's hitting 10 over or 65 miles an hour or something, I'm just gonna take my own enforcement action on it. And say, by the way, we have been getting complaints on your vehicle coming through this way. Nothing said about where it's coming from. But, and we will be watching, and basically that's, you know, the reason those barricades are up. Now, if he smacks out those barricades tomorrow, you know, that's a whole different deal, but they'll put it up so that, you know, it's highly visible and safe. Does that sound like a
Yeah,
reasonable
they should
plan?
put some type of reflective or light or something.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
For the
A
first
lot
time.
of times when we get a traffic complaint, say you're driving down the road and you're saying, I'm seeing this car all over the place, blah, 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 we'll ask you to back off, come in there, and get our own probable cause on the stop, so you don't have to get involved. And that's kind of the route I'm thinking now, you know, to go that direction.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I mean, I feel very confident that's who it was.
Okay, that's one we'll watch for.
For last week, anyways.
That's one we'll watch for.
Thank you.
All right?
Anyways, I
wanna
kind
make
of
you-
dropped it because
I
after
know.
the whole deal, I just thought, you
Who could
know,
it be then?
you know, I just thought I wasn't even thinking about it,
Mhm.
and just getting her swimming suit and towel back to the school, and happened to see it, and so I thought it was the same. I looked at the clock and I thought, well, they're running late, and it's the same situation.
Yeah. See, the other thing you'd have to be able to testify to would be how fast were they going?
Well, I definitely couldn't catch up. So,
And that's probably, as Neil would probably attest to, that's probably one of the hardest things to say is, how fast was he going?
Yep.
How were you trained to observe that?
Yeah.
Why would you notice, you know? blah,
well,
blah,
I
blah.
know in my heart that's who it is. So, I mean, whether, like I said, as far as criminally charging them and getting a conviction, I know that it's who it was. So.
Well, we have the Constitution in the way, you know, proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah, we're like guys that we think should
Basically, it'd just be good to
cross.
make sure that it's safe, you know.
Mhm.
Well, I heard on the news today too that they didn't even arrest
Yeah.
that guy.
But if we put the barricades up and I get out there
But you
tomorrow
can go
morning-
right out to the school and talk to them too, can't you?
Well-
Before talking to Belvin? I mean, because you were going to talk to whoever,
Yeah.
I mean, the teacher
Well-
was talked to before,
Yeah.
but this is a different thing because it's underage, probably.
Well, that,
You can
can
traffic,
still-
you can still talk
Yeah.
to the kids,
No.
you know. But I guess I was thinking more of a professional courtesy, you know, kind of a thing, but.